Okay, well, what are we calling this?
I don't know, call whatever you want.
Call it Tammy's recipe?
No, you gotta call it so it makes sense.
I'll call it Tammy's chili relleno recipe. Okay, so I don't know what to call this. I guess we're calling it Tammy's chili relleno recipe. But basically, we're gonna stuff these bad boys. That's right. She had this at a restaurant. We went out for Mexican food. She ordered something like this with the poblano peppers or the Anaheim chilies, and they were stuffed with cheese and meat, and they were absolutely delicious. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna roast these, and we're gonna it's gonna be kind of difficult. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is pop these in the oven, coat these with oil. Well, let me bring you in close because there's a lot to be said. All right, guys, now you can get a better look at everything. So these are the star attraction. They're either Anaheim chilies or poblano peppers, okay? We're going to be stuffing these with a bunch of stuff. Let's run down all the ingredients. We got some almond flour. We got chicken breast tenderloin. We got chorizo, onion, jalapenos. We got some eggs, rotel, enchilada sauce. Then we got this big chunk of it's queso fresco Mexican cheese. And then we got beautiful cilantro here, one of my wife's favorite ingredients. And I think this could be a little difficult. I don't know. I read the recipe. Tammy's kind of altered a chili relleno to be something a little better. So I don't know if it has a name or not. So if it does have a name, be sure to write me and let me know what this dish is. But we kind of altered this and added some ingredients that we want. Okay? So let's get started. We're going to start by roasting these peppers. Okay, so we've got to get the bitterness off these peppers. And if you've never sweated like bell peppers or these peppers, this is the way you do it. Okay? If you have a broiler, 5 minutes broil on this side, 5 minutes broil on that side, then put in a bowl covered with a towel. If you don't have a broiler, you're going to roast about 400, 450. Okay, you want to get these kind of blackened a little bit and then flip them and just cook them up because you're going to put them back in the bowl with a towel over it again, and then the steam, the heat, will cause the skin bitterness to come off. You can peel them. So I'll show you how it looks, okay? So I have a broiler, so I'm going to broil 5 and 5. All right, let's do that right now. We just got done broiling these. You can see they're starting to burn in little tiny spots. They're getting crispy. Take all your peppers, throw them in the bowl. Just throw them in here. All 6 of them. They're really hot. Don't burn yourself. If you need a tool to grab them, and whoops. Did I just? Oh, yeah, that's roasted. Good. Okay, we'll just leave it like that. Then you cover this with a towel. Okay? And let that sit for 5 minutes. Roasted one side for 5 minutes, roast the other side for 5 minutes, cover it with a towel in a bowl for 5 minutes. You can feel the heat coming up. Now this is going to sweat off the skins. Wow, I don't know if you can see, there's steam coming out of this. Right through the towel, that's amazing. Okay, while this is sweating for 5 minutes, cook up all your chicken, chop it up in small pieces, cook up and brown all your chorizo, and so cook all your meats because we're going to use this in our stuffing, okay? So go ahead and do that right now while that's sweating. All right, here's what's going on in this kitchen. These are almost done sweating. The chicken's cooking right now. We're going to cook our chorizo after that. These two you're going to mix together, the rotel and the enchilada sauce, because at the very end, right when you apply the crumbly cheese to the peppers, you're going to want to top it with warm. So warm this up, mix it. You can microwave it. You can stovetop it. Warm this up for the very end. This is going to be your finishing off sauce, okay? All right, in just a second, we're going to pull the pepper out. We're going to show you how there's some bitter, thin skin that's being sweated off in the bowl right now. It's been about 5-6 minutes. It's cool enough to handle. So let's pull the pepper out and take a look and see if we can show you how the skin comes off. You can see it already. It starts buckling. Okay, take off as much as you can. Don't try, if you can't get it all off, don't worry about it. But see how that that outer skin that comes off during the roasting, okay, that's bitter. So if you can get rid of that, the dish will be even better. And then when you're done, you're going to take a knife and do a thin slit on one side. Don't cut all the way through the pepper, okay? This is the bowl for the stuffing. We've got our peppers. They're already peeled. All the bitterness is off them. We're all good, see? And it looks beautiful. So let's start with the meats. Put the meats in. We've got chorizo. Got the chicken. I don't know if we're going to need all that chicken, so let's back off on some of the chicken. All right, let's take the cheese. That's the cilantro. Onions. I love onions. Okay. And then jalapenos. And this is where you get messy. Go ahead and mix all this with your hands. I'm not going to do it right now because I'm going to go get a food glove. But mix this all up. So we've got onions, cheese, cilantro, jalapenos, chicken, and chorizo in here. And it looks beautiful. Oh, my lovely wife. Okay, once you slit into the pepper like that, you can open it up, remove the seeds if you want. We're taking them out. You can leave them in if you want. Just leave it in with the stuffing, whatever you want. So Tammy's going to be using a spoon to apply the stuffing mix into the pepper and just get it stuffed. And then when she's done, she can close it off with a toothpick or just leave it the way it is, and we'll do the best we can on frying it up. That's the last step. I'll show you how that works. And there's chicken and cheese and chorizo, cilantro. There's so many good flavors in there. Okay. Want another one after that? Probably you need a few, huh? Mm-hmm. Okay. We're just doing one pepper just for example. We're gonna do all the peppers on our own, but we're showing you how to close it up, just in case you have to use a toothpick to close it up. Okay, and that's it for one pepper. You're going to do the same with all the peppers. Get them stuffed, get them sealed. Okay, and then take this over to the stove and I'll show you the rest. Okay, we're in the home stretch. You guys ready? So she did a beautiful job stuffing these peppers and securing them closed. We're going to take these, put them in the egg, put them in the flour, and then fry them in the pan. Egg, flour, pan. So we'll see how it goes. I have no idea how this is going to work out, but I can't thank Tammy enough for helping me do this video because I couldn't do it by myself. Go ahead and coat the pepper with your egg mixture and drop it in the flour after that. Go ahead and coat with the crumblies. It's looking good. Now the goal is I probably want to do seam down first. So when you put it in the pan, can you put it seam down, please? Perfect. Okay, we're going to fry that up a minute or two on each side to melt the cheese, to crisp up the batter on the outside. And while you're doing that, you can batter the other ones like she's doing. Okay? And then I wouldn't do more than 3 at one time. So we're doing 3 at a time this time. Okay? And then we're going to put that seam down into the pan and fry it up. As you can see, they're frying up just nicely. Make sure you got just a little bit of oil in there to brown them up. Then you're going to need like a spatula when you're going to flip the peppers in a minute. And by the way, while you're doing this and waiting, go ahead and warm up your enchilada and rotel. You mix that together, so now make your sauce hot, okay? All right, let's give them a flip right now. Hey, they look good. They look yummy. Now, while they're getting heated in the pan right now, the cheese inside is getting gooey, and that's what you want. And then we'll top these off with the sauce, and I think we're gonna have a success thanks to my lovely wife Tammy, because once again, I couldn't have done this without her. All right, guys, let's give it a little bit of sauce here. And if you want, you can top this off with even more cheese. You got a nice batter on there. It's stuffed, beautiful, and let this cool for a minute. Let the heat melt up that cheese. It's gonna be beautiful. So we finished it off with a little more of that crumbly Mexican cheese on top. I tasted the sauce a little bit. Yeah, it's a little spicy. The rotel is hot rotel. The jalapenos. There's a few things in here. The chorizo is a little spicy. Here we go. Wow. That enchilada sauce finishes it off with a little bit of cheese on top. If the cheese isn't melted, zap it for a minute. But this is what we're having for dinner. This is awesome. Now I know why Tammy loves it so much. So, anyway, I'll see you guys later. I'm going to chow down on this, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.